Hello everyone, my name is Mohamad Aboufoul. I'm a computer science senior.
Hi guys, my name is Mohammed and I'm a computer science senior as well.
Our startup is called Tijarah, which comes from the Arabic word meaning trade or commerce. So customers can spend up to 5 to 10 minutes waiting in line. Many get annoyed by that wait and leave without buying anything, resulting in a potential loss of revenue for stores. Additionally, customers don't know the total cost of their cart until they get to the checkout station. At that time, they may drop off some items at the cashier because they realize that it's too much, thereby increasing the wait time for other people in line. And with the increasing prominence of online shopping, in-store retailers are struggling to stay afloat, with many of them losing revenue and possibly going bankrupt. So some current solutions include the self-checkout station. However, customers still have to rescan every item when they get there, and they don't know the total cost of their cart until they check out. Similar wait times in similar lines. Amazon Go is a prominent new technology. However, the cost to implement the software, cameras, and sensors that go into making it possible can be highly or very high. And store-specific apps have been developed. However, they have varying user interfaces, and no one wants to download 20 different apps for every store that they go to. So Tijarah provides users with one app for all of their stores with a simple, easy-to-use universal interface. They simply scan their items as they go, or they can look them up in advance and make a shopping list, all while knowing the total cost of their cart ahead of time. And once they're done, they can go to a cashier or self-checkout station, generate a QR code and pay via conventional means of cash or credit, or they can pay directly with Apple Pay or Android Pay without having to rescan a single item. Here are some pictures of our prototype thus far. So this could work in all forms of in-store retail. However, we'd like to focus on small to mid-sized stores centered in North Carolina and expand from there. Our target users are young to middle-aged adults, and 85 to 91% of our target have used self-checkout before. 66% of them have wanted more self-checkout options in stores, and North Carolina has had some highly profitable in-store retailers, retailers, such as grocery stores, discount stores, and department stores, all garnering billions of dollars in recent years. So the way that our go-to-market strategy would work is stores would pay us to host their inventory on our app. We would provide the app for free to consumers, and consumers would then use the app to make shopping faster. So thus far, we have an Android prototype that is near completed. It will hopefully be finished in June. We're hoping to wrap up testing by July and to get our first client by August. And in September, we'd like to have an iOS app soon to follow. And later down the line, we'd like to integrate the option for people to buy stuff from certain clients that already sell their products online. So if a store has the option for consumers to buy their items online, they would be able to do that through the app as well. Come visit our prototype or see our prototype at our booth. Thanks.
Can you explain a little more how you get the data?
So it's publicly available based on websites. So when you look on a website, you can look up any item, you see the name and the price, and that's all we need really. We would take that and the barcode that's on the item itself and put it into our own database.
So if a company has a website, the chances are their data is stored using something called JSON or XML. The idea is I have experience with working with mobile technologies, so getting that data is really easy. If they have, as long as they have a website or JSON or anything like that, yeah.
So you're going to be scanning thousands of items. Okay. Well, I have more questions, but I'll wait and let everybody else go first. Yeah.
So I'm interested in your thoughts as to how you're going to acquire customers. Do you plan on walking into stores and talking with the shop owner about it? You envision this digital marketing? How do you think it's going to play out?
Believe it or not, we did do that. My friend here, actually. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough at a hackathon to meet with a VP of Harris Teeter, and I spoke to him about the idea, and he thought it was a pretty novel idea because he has multiple apps, not just for Harris Teeter, but also for Nike, and it gets annoying having all these applications where he'd have to use one for for all kinds of items that he likes. So, and we also spoke to the Grid, and they like the idea because of it gives them a foothold in the marketplace. So the Grid is owned by
It's powered by Goodwill. It's
it's powered by
a video game store. It's like GameStop, but it's powered by Goodwill. They don't have an app of their own, so we would provide that app for them. So we'd be going for companies that either don't have an app at first or have an app that no one really uses. So we'd save them money that way.
I have a question more so about the experience as a user.
Right.
If I'm in the store and I'm, checking out, then what's next? Like, is there a do I have to go get my items checked out by someone to just make sure that I didn't, put anything else in there? Like, what's the security measures?
So that depends on the store itself. With regular self-checkout, there's always that risk, but we're betting that people are going to either bag their items in which they'd put on like a weighing scale as they check out, or they could have, instead of cashiers, they could have people like at Costco just look at the receipt and double check to make sure that they didn't put any extra items in there.
Oh, and the CS majors, are you all building the iOS and Android applications?
Yep, well, we built the Android together. He was a better mobile app developer than me, but we worked on it together.
Got it, okay.
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
we're both pretty tech savvy, so, yeah.
Just trying to understand any distribution barriers. So do you get that information? So if somebody does it all through Apple Pay, they do it on their own app, how does that information get back to a Harris Teeter, for example, for their inventory tracking?
So we'd use a technology called Braintree for that. And Braintree allows you to make payments by debit card, and what's sent is the kind of like a data file, which stores like key encryption. So whenever I buy an item, it's sent to Braintree, and then we'll handle it on that side to make sure the transaction goes through. If that answers your question.
So, but it somehow gets back to the retailer to
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Harris
so,
Teeter so that for their inventory tracking.
So what's given is like a ledger, and that ledger can be easily sent through by different means to the company, so they know what's been processed and that sort of stuff.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.